Hello, I'm Jerrard Nares from Mytton Antiques. For this little tutorial I've chosen a bronze figure. It's a bronze of the seated Mercury. It shows the young god resting on a rock after his labours, and he's sitting here looking slightly to one side with little winged sandals on. It's actually an early 19th century copy of an 18th century figure. The original figure of this was excavated at Herculaneum in the mid 18th century. It was then moved to the Musée National, where it stayed up until the early 19th century, late 18th, early 19th century. It was hidden by the Italians at that time when the French invaded Italy, and it was taken to Palermo. Once the French disappeared, it returned back to the Musée National. It stayed there happily until the middle of the Second World War, and at that stage, for safekeeping, it was hidden somewhere safe so that the Germans wouldn't get their hands on it, and the place it was chosen, by a dreadful irony, was the monastery at Monte Cassino. It stayed there happily and undiscovered, but sadly the Allied air forces tried to destroy the monastery at Monte Cassino. Remarkably, he stayed intact and was returned thence to the Musée National in Naples. He's always been an extremely popular figure. When you look at him, it becomes abundantly clear. He's a very well drawn and very well composed figure. It looks good from every single angle, and there's interest in human form at every angle, save perhaps the back, which isn't quite so interesting. But it is a delightful figure. This one has been beautifully patinated. It's developed that dark, rich patination, which is dull in some places and got a lovely sheen in others, on places like his knees, on his toes, the top of his head, hands, sandals and so on like that. And that's one of the things I like most about decent Grand Tour type bronzes, that lovely contrast of sheen and dull to produce a lovely patination. I've always enjoyed buying them, and I collect them myself. And I think this one is a particularly nice composition always. I've had a number of them and always come back to them. If you're interested in bronzes, most of the good ones after the antique, that being Roman and Greek, are illustrated in a very good book called Taste in the Antique, which was published by Yale. This chap is actually illustrated in it. There are a number of copies that you can see around on a rather larger scale. The original was about 1 metre high. There is a very good copy in Trinity College in Cambridge. There's one in the Louvre, and of course you could go and see the original in Naples. If you're interested in bronzes, or they appeal to you, you might wish to look on the website. Our website, we've currently just got a little section on bronzes. Regardless, I think they're just a pleasure to have. Thank you for watching the video. Bye.